are right now in southern Serbia in a hotel named Kusturica. It's a special place because it's not a normal hotel. This hotel is built like a Serbian village, so it's complete spread out. The houses are spread out, and it's not just one building. It's all over the place, and yeah, it's like a Serbian village with different restaurants, and so it's very nice made up.
All those streets named after the famous directors and actors and buildings and the messages he has put here everywhere. We were enjoying this, and later we went with a train through those mountains and tunnels. The most amazing thing was we visited the place where the movie Life is a Miracle took place.
It was nice to see, to watch the movie yesterday and to be on the set today.
Jao, s kim ja pričam, Bogo moj, ima li te Bogo?
In this movie, the whole relationship between Serbs and Bosnians are showed in kind of a funny way. You definitely know and realize that there's this serious background of the war and this hard relationship, but it's made up in a funny way that it's more interesting to people.
And the main character is Serb, and he falls in love with a Bosnian Muslim girl.
As in the movie Life is a Miracle, it shows how the war actually started, the war that would eventually dismantle Yugoslavia. It actually started in Croatia. The movie doesn't really focus on that much, it just has in the beginning a little reference. One of the main characters says that their bears are fleeing the war in Croatia and they're coming into Bosnia, so they need a bear hunt. And that was basically the start of the conflict that would set the whole of Yugoslavia practically ablaze. It started in Croatia and eventually it got over to Bosnia, because Bosnians, they wanted to stay in Yugoslavia. It were the Slovenes who first separated from Yugoslavia. They got out of the Yugoslav Republic, scot-free. The Serbs had no problem with Slovenia becoming independent because there's no Serbs living in Slovenia. So when Slovenia became independent, Serbia went okay, no problem. When Croatia went independent, that was another matter because you have a very important Serbian minority in Croatia. So that's basically how the conflict with Croatia and Serbia started. Croatia wanted independence, but Serbia wanted to annex the parts of Croatia where you had Serbian minorities. And it supported the Serbs in Croatia who formed their own little republic. Because what was suddenly the plan of the Serbs and the Croats? That was to divide Bosnia between Croatia and Serbia. You have the big problem with Bosnia, or it turned out to be a problem, it doesn't have to be a problem, is that you have Croatians, Serbs and Muslims living in the same republic. In the movie Life is a Miracle, there are a couple of references to how the war actually started. There is a scene where the mother of the family is watching television. Now those are real television images of news of that day. It's about an attack on a Serbian wedding. And this was indeed one of the reasons the Bosnian Serbs took as, see, we have to defend ourselves against these Muslims. We have to arm ourselves to defend against these Muslims who are barbarians, who are just attacking us, who want to destroy us.
In movies, it's almost never close to real life, and does not need to be. Because why do we need to see it? You can see documentaries if you want a real thing. You can go into this if you want a real thing.
Muslims and Serbs, they're living together. They are friends together. They play in the same football team. You have a Orthodox Serb who joins his friends with Ramadan, so because he likes the cake. So there's no problem between Muslims and Serbs before the war. War comes, everything changes. That's the beauty also of the movie, because the main part of the movie is this love story between Muslim Bosniak and Serbian Bosniak. And for me, the main theme of the whole movie is that love is stronger than war.
No need to be realistic about such things, you better be funny.
Absolutely exhausted of the talk with one Serbian guy, because he was talking in Serbian, I was talking in Bulgarian, and we were trying to understand each other. So as far as I understood, he told me, Kusturica movies, it's not true. Well, yeah, he told me that the region here is very peaceful right now, and some of the people that work here in this place, they are from the other side of the border, and they travel to here every day because the distance is some 6-7 kilometers, something like that. And they define themselves as Serbs. So everything is okay. And he told me that when people drink, they of course start to talk about each other, that he was aggressor, but otherwise it's okay, it's peaceful. He thinks that the war is forgotten. I don't know if this is true.
I didn't speak to locals over here because for me it's a very, very difficult theme. I don't want to bother like any locals with things which happened. I have seen the same thing with my grandfather. He was imprisoned in the Second World War when he was 16, and he never spoke about it because he wanted to find his peace.
It's a very strange thing that 20 years ago they were all trying to split from each other, and now they're having their applications for joining one and the same union. So I think they still feel like they want to be together.
I hope that when the former republics of Yugoslavia join the European Union, that this will start a process of healing, that they will again learn to live together in this bigger conglomerate of states, because basically the European Union is not so different with Yugoslavia when it comes as a project. It is a project of different republics in one bigger state, of solidarity, of one economical zone. So I hope that in a way all these countries joining the European Union will be like a backdoor of reconciliation, that these nations will again learn to live together in brotherhood and unity, as Tito was hoping to create with Yugoslavia, and which unfortunately didn't work out.